be right back with some big basketball action here, 2-on-2 work here at the Olive Garden. Got Boxer, he dumps out to Snarr underneath. Oh, it goes. Mensing taking it off.
What I remember is early on a lot of 2-versus-2, and then a little bit once it got going, then a ton of 3-versus-3, which is always the sophomore, senior, junior, freshman clashes.
Basically, we came up with 2-on-2 and 3-on-3 because the court is actually a smaller scale of a real court. It is probably just a shade over around half court of a real court.
2-on-2, I mean, it pretty much became a fast-paced game. I mean, you take a shot, one guy was cherry pick and go back and dunk. But with the 3-on-3, you were able to pass ball around, move around. It was a lot more competitive game at 3-on-3.
I like the true rivalries, the seniors versus the sophomores. That couldn't be beat. And whether it was 2-on-2 or 3-on-3, that didn't matter. It was just the fact of those.
3-on-3 probably be my preference. 2-on-2 got a little bit tricky, especially after we were out there for quite a while. I know some days we'd be out there for, hours and hours, all afternoon into the evening. So it's a little bit tricky to play 2-on-2 for that long, obviously.
We decided to do some 2-on-2 action. I remember we tried with the ill-fated league that we used to try. We were paired up with a teammate, and we kind of had a league going on. Who could knock off the top team, so to speak. And that was all 2-on-2, which I really liked. I liked the 2-on-2 game, which really opened up the court.
I kind of enjoyed the league that we tried to get started, which lasted, I think it was an afternoon. Is all that ever made it, but it was enjoyable.
3-on-3 was about a perfect number for you to have. We did try 4-on-4 a couple times, and you just tripped over everybody, and there was too many bodies around where you couldn't. It just didn't work. It was too clustered up.
I thought the 3-versus-3 was probably about perfect. If you went one extra for each team, it got too cluttered. You didn't get a lot of fast breaks, and it would get a lot more physical game because you'd have a couple guys down low. And
I mean, 2-on-2, I think when we were back then, is that we just played because we wanted to play. We were looking forward to it all day. We could only find 4 guys to be out there. We played it. It wasn't the most competitive atmosphere that we had, but when we got to the 3-on-3, we were there trying to win that best of 7, especially with the sophomores versus the seniors.
3-on-3 every once in a while would get a little bit crowded, obviously with the size of the court, but it actually worked pretty nicely still. One guy could kind of hang back on defense after he dunked the ball. He wouldn't have to worry about running down to the other end of the court. But anything more than that, you ran into problems with overcrowding or being able to do much.
But the most exciting matchups came with 3-on-3. With 3-on-3, you could get away with a lot of things, like 1, cherry picking. You could get a lot away with that. 2, you could really set up an offense real well. I mean, if you have 3-on-3, anything could probably happen. I mean, you could just penetrate that defense pretty quickly with a fast game that we always had at the Olive Garden.
2-on-2 was fun for a little while, but us fat, slow people got tired when we were playing. Most people got tired. We'd play for 4 or 5 hours at a time. So the 3-on-3 was about perfect, where you could sandbag and you could do all kinds of things like that. So I'd say 3-on-3 was the best number that we came up with for playing wise and to get the best games out of it.